Hello, fellow sports fans. I am Palmer, and this is my brother Bryce. Peyton is not here today. He is watching Michigan trounce Rutgers, and let's hope that happens. But this is still Sibling Rivalry, where we still have siblings. We still have rivalry because we had different brains, and we just love talking about sports. And we have a great array of topics to talk about. It's football season, and we got a lot of football. We've got high school, we've got college, we have NFL if we can get to it, and then we also have World Series because that's right in the mix. But first, we're going to start with high school football. The playoffs was just last night, first round, and we had some great games all around the area. And we're going to start with the two teams from WCET, Unity Christian and Granville. Bryce, we're starting with Unity Christian. Such a heartbreaking loss.
Really was a heartbreaking loss. I mean, playing Catholic Central for the 6th time in their career, game that turned into a playoff rivalry, and you know, and really they were in it. They were in the whole game.
Yeah.
They were in the whole game. They played their tails off.
Yeah.
And they really.
I mean, final score of 32-26, and when Unity Christian saw, because we're Unity boys, and that's known to most of you guys here. When we saw we're playing Catholic Central, our first thought was if we could just give them a game, right? We'd be and then maybe we could pull out. That was our first thought. Yeah. And then after watching the game last night, it's like we're leaving there like, dang, we should have won. Yeah. We kicked ourselves with not getting the ball in at the 2-yard line, fumbling twice. That as a result of they didn't do anything to deserve those fumbles. We just missed handoffs, and they capitalized on them. Credit to them. And then, I mean, not to say we probably doubled them in penalty yards. I mean,
I know.
So that
even though it shouldn't have been that bad.
I mean, yeah, we can't. You can't control the refs. But even that, those are just mistakes. There's mistakes after mistakes, and we still had a chance at the last.
I know we did. We still had a chance in the last minute and a half, which was amazing. And we just, you saw Catholic Central call in the second half, and they were focused. You saw them second half.
Yeah.
You knew they were going to be focused because we could not run the ball.
Yeah, they were starting to.
We could not
destroy our line.
They were. I mean, guys like Jalen Mayfield. We were doubling Mayfield, but Mayfield was not going to be blocked.
That kid is just huge.
He's huge and athletic.
Literally
and good.
every single time every snap, he was blowing our guard, our tight end, our tackle, just 5 yards back in the backfield. We either had to run around him or just run the other way.
He's athletic too.
Yeah, he is. So yeah, I want to say who are your MVPs for both sides of that game?
From Catholic Central and Unity, you know what? I mean, obviously, offensively for Catholic Central, well, it's definitely Fugate.
Yeah,
number 24.
He ran like a beast.
No question. And so defensively for Catholic Central, obviously Jalen Mayfield is a big guy, but Ethan Lott, number 15, their D end.
Yeah.
Only a sophomore, and he was in the backfield a lot.
Mm-hmm. He was.
He was killing us.
I recall that. So.
And he was killing us too. I mean, I would probably still give it to Jalen Mayfield just because, Jalen Mayfield, we were doubling him.
Even if he didn't make that many tackles, he was a part.
Oh man, he was affecting a lot.
He was influencing every play.
And that was part of the reason why 15 Ethan Lott was getting into the backfield so many times.
Yeah. What about Unity? Who?
For Unity, I was really impressed. I mean, obviously, Headley and TJ, who were the two best players on the team, I was impressed with them.
Alec Headley and TJ Vancouver.
Yeah, Alec Headley. I would really.
He runs hard.
What?
So
Headley does run hard. Runs very hard. I would really lean towards TJ. I really think TJ had a really good game. I mean, he started to do that little 10-yard and out.
Yep. He was getting some yards in the passing game.
And TJ really played well defensively because when he was coming off on as that outside linebacker, he when they ran over there with 24 was only getting about a yard or two each time.
I thought both TJ and Headley did phenomenal job, especially in the second half of stopping the run game and just setting the edge hard as outside backers. I would give it to TJ defensively. I would give it to Alec Headley offensively because he had a lot of receiving yards too, and he just runs like a beast.
And really, that's what you got. And your two best players, they have to set the tone. That's what your two best players are supposed to do, and they did.
Yep.
Even though we didn't win.
Yeah. So Grand Rapids Catholic Central, do you still see them? I know you have your bracket right here. You still see them going all the way?
I do.
Ah, man, that just makes me still.
I still see them going all the way. They're good. They're still really good.
Yeah. The other team is Granville West Ottawa. Another great game.
I know.
I didn't get to see the highlights, but did you?
I didn't see it either.
Shoot. But West Ottawa pulled out a nail biter, it seemed like, 33-29. And when I was checking scores the whole time during the uni game, and it was just back and forth the whole time, I saw it was 16-13 Granville, then 19, or maybe 19-13 or 20-13 West Ottawa, and then at the end of the game we just saw. So,
I mean,
tough loss for Granville boys.
But when you look at that game, they played just last week in the last game of the season, and West Ottawa beat them by about 20.
Yeah, but we'll talk about another team in just a few seconds about that beat the team they just lost to last week.
Yeah.
But yeah, West Ottawa. How do you see them against Rockford? Because Rockford handled.
I have Rockford actually.
You have Rockford.
I have Rockford. You know, Rockford is a team that doesn't lose to teams normally twice.
Yeah.
In the same year. So that's going to be motivation for Rockford. And Rockford knows. In that West Ottawa game, they were up at half, 23-7.
Wow.
And they lost 38-33. Not like Rockford to give up 31 points and a half.
Yeah.
Because Rockford's defense is good.
Yeah.
Rockford is a good football team. I mean, their 6-3 record does not resemble how good
they are a
team
good team.
Very good team.
They have a playoff just atmosphere there.
Do.
I mean, we talked a few weeks ago about like they have the most active, they have the longest active streak. And so, yeah, when they get in the playoffs, they just turn. They just flip another gear.
I mean, you look at the record. A lot of times when in the playoffs now, they're either 6-3 or 7-2 now. But that is a team you can never overlook.
Yeah, absolutely. Other scores around the league. We don't have time to go into all of them, but yeah, Zeeland West beat Zeeland East after losing to them last week in week 9. That's just incredible to me. Cedar Springs took down East Grand Rapids. Both of us are pretty surprised about that. Cedar Springs has played a lot of tough teams and have played them really close, but yeah, to beat East Grand Rapids, that's impressive. Other scores, I mean, the favorites won in Muskegon, Forest Hills Central. South Christian lost to Plainwell. That's unusual, or a surprise to us, seeing how good South was. But we got to get to now baseball. The Houston Astros just took Game 3 from the Los Angeles Dodgers in not as epic fashion as Game 2, but still pretty good. Yeah, Bryce, what do you see for next games 4, 5, potentially 6, 7?
Well, for Game 4, the Dodgers have to throw Kershaw.
They do.
I think so.
Have to throw Kershaw.
I think they do because
tonight. It's tonight.
It is tonight.
I don't think he has enough rest.
He might not, but look, you're down 2-1, and the Astros still have 2 more games at home. And so they're gonna play tonight and they're gonna play tomorrow.
Yep.
So on their home field. So, I mean, Darvish threw last night, correct?
Yes.
So.
Yep, and he got rocked.
And I'm surprised by that because Darvish had pitched well all postseason. And so, I mean, if the Dodgers, they don't throw Kershaw, I mean, the thing is, if you don't throw Kershaw in Game 4, is you might have to just go with your starter only 3-4 innings.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, the Dodgers do have a good bullpen with Brandon Morrow and Kenley Jansen and guys like that. But, I mean, but Kershaw, he's the rock. I mean, he's a fantastic pitcher. I mean, and so, because the Astros could not hit him in Game 1.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't think you can't give him one more day's rest, because I think the Dodgers' perspective. I was gonna ask you, do you think the Dodgers, if they lose tonight, do you think they lose the series?
If the Dodgers lose tonight, do I think they lose the series? Yes.
Okay. I only say that because, yeah, they still have to go through Keuchel and Verlander if they lose. But yeah, I think the Dodgers can afford to hold Kershaw off, because if they get one at Houston, I think they'll still go into LA still thinking, even if they're down 3-2, they'll go into LA thinking, okay, we got this.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, I mean, if they lose 3-1, you go to Kershaw in Game 5, and, you know...
Do the Astros throw Keuchel or Verlander in that game?
A Verlander-Kershaw matchup would be golden.
That would be epic.
That would be awesome.
And it's like, it's weird because it's not the down Keuchel at all. He's a great pitcher.
He is a great pitcher.
But Verlander, especially this postseason, has dominated.
Oh,
even his game 2, it wasn't even that great, and it was still... It was a down game for him, and it was still pretty good. That's what I was trying to say.
Verlander and Kershaw, in my opinion, are the 2 best pitchers in the league.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
In the league or in the postseason?
In the league.
In the league.
The league.
Yeah, Verlander has been amazing.
When Verlander is on, he is untouchable. That's same thing with Clayton Kershaw.
That's over Sale. That's over Scherzer. That's, I mean, over Keuchel, who's been good.
Syndergaard.
Yes. Syndergaard.
Arrieta.
Yeah, Arrieta.
I know he's been a little bit down.
That's about Kluber.
Yeah, Kluber.
Wow, that's some high praise for our former Tiger.
The way that Verlander has pitched the second half of the season, he's been unbelievable. And you know what Clayton Kershaw is going to bring to the table.
Yeah, I know we missed the game last night, but who, in your opinion, is the World Series MVP? Like, both teams, doesn't matter who wins, right now.
Right now, obviously we've only seen one game from Verlander, so I can't really say Justin Verlander or Clayton Kershaw because they've only pitched one game.
Yep.
But right now, for the Astros, George Springer's played really well.
Yep.
He's played really well. I mean, you know what you're going to get out of Altuve.
Yep. Carlos Correa's been playing.
Correa's played well, and Alex Bregman has played well.
Yep.
But I would go with George Springer.
You would?
For the Astros. Because not only what he's doing offensively, but he's been very good in the outfield. He's making some nice catches.
Correa had the game-winning RBI in Game 1 or 2.
But Springer hit a huge homer in Game 2.
Oh, yeah.
He had a massive homer in Game 2.
Okay.
And so, I mean, obviously there's a lot of good players on both sides for the Astros. But right now, I would lean towards George Springer.
Okay, and then the Dodgers. Personally, I think I would have Turner. He hit a home run against, it was in Game 1 or 2.
He hit a home run in Game 1.
Game 1, that pretty much sealed the deal in Game 1.
Yep.
I mean, they lost Game 2, and they lost Game 3. I guess it's hard because it's only been 3 games.
I know.
So,
yeah, I would go with Justin Turner too.
I think
I would too.
I would think. I just think also for like the entire postseason, he's been really good.
He's been really good. He may be the best player in the postseason right now.
Yeah, he's played fantastic. Yes. But all right, we'll have to see. Game 4 is tonight. Now it's time for our commercial break, brought to you by Interspace Mini Storage. So enjoy this commercial.
My name is Todd Ponstein from Interspace Mini Storage in Jenison, Michigan. And it's our goal here at Interspace to provide you, our customers, with clean, secure, dry, well-lit, personalized storage facilities. What makes us unique is that we're family owned and operated, and it is our goal to put our customers' needs ahead of our own. We will even come out sometimes on Saturdays to let people in and out of units. We have great rates, and we even offer discounts for 6 months paid in advance or more. We have many different size units ranging from as small as a 5x10 to as large as a 12x50 and almost anything in between. We don't have contracts. You rent right from the day that you move in to the day that you move out, so you don't pay for any time that you don't use. Of course, all of our customers have 24/7 access to their unit. So if you have storage needs, come see us at Interspace. Interspace Mini Storage, for all life has in store.
Welcome back. We hope you enjoyed that commercial about Interspace Mini Storage. Now Bryce and I are going to talk about some college football. I know we didn't really fight that much in the first half, but just you wait and see, because I know we have some differences in our college football pick'em. So the standings right now, if you guys have been following us, Bryce is leading at 329 points for the year college football pick'em. I am in second with 311, and Peyton is so bad at 305. That's right, Peyton. I hope you're watching this because you stink. All right, but we've got a doozy of games this week. I had a hard time actually picking a lot of these. So, first one, just to get your picks, MSU versus Northwestern. I have Northwestern.
I have Michigan State.
Yes!
I have Michigan State. I know Peyton has Northwestern too.
I don't like choosing. I don't like agreeing with Peyton.
This is definitely going to be a trap game for State.
I hope so. I just really want them to lose. Yeah. Next game. Okay. Oklahoma State versus West Virginia.
I got Oklahoma State.
I have West Virginia.
And that's a tough pick for me too, because at West Virginia, and both teams are good.
They are. They are both good. At West Virginia, I just hoping they win. Oklahoma State should have lost last week. We have TCU versus Iowa State.
I got TCU.
And I have Iowa State.
That's another tough game because I think both those teams are good.
TCU is good.
TCU is
Iowa
good.
State is just rolling
Iowa
right now.
State. I know Iowa State. They're rolling, but they're quietly rolling.
Quietly rolling. They
I know, but
beat
you
up on
don't
Oklahoma.
think of Iowa State though as a team.
Yeah,
as a power.
But yeah, they beat Oklahoma at Oklahoma, and they beat Texas Tech at Texas Tech.
I know.
Crazy.
I know, they're playing well.
Game of the week, probably. Is it game day? I'm not sure. But Penn State
That's game day, yeah.
versus Ohio State.
You know, this one being in Columbus, I picked Ohio State.
And I have Penn State.
And so
that is going to be a great game.
It's going to be a great football game.
It's going to be a really good game. I am excited. And I really hope, I hope Penn State kills them.
I'm excited to see
It'll make me feel better as a Michigan fan.
I'm excited to see two teams that I can't stand, but I can't stand Ohio State more than Penn State.
Speaking of teams you can't stand, the NC State, not that team, but against Notre Dame.
Yeah. I picked Notre Dame. This Notre Dame team is really good.
They are really good, and I picked Notre Dame myself, and I like NC State, but it's at Notre Dame, and
I put quite a few points in Notre Dame.
Really?
I put 7.
That's tough. All right, I got Florida Atlantic versus Western Kentucky.
Well, I haven't hardly seen any of these teams play this year, but I picked Western Kentucky only because, 1, I can't stand Lane Kiffin. 2, Lane Kiffin's their coach.
Yeah.
3,
that's enough reasons. Yeah. I picked Western Kentucky because they're the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then we have Houston versus South Florida. I know you really like South Florida.
Yeah, I like South Florida. This team, watch out. Quentin Flowers, their quarterback. He might be as fast as Lamar Jackson.
Wow,
very
Lamar
good
Jackson's
athlete.
slow. Yeah, I picked South Florida myself. We got USC versus Arizona State.
I picked USC.
I did too, but I'm still not a believer. It was proved last week.
Yeah.
And but I still picked them to bounce back this week. Georgia, Florida.
I picked Georgia.
I did too. It's weird. Now looking at it, I put high points on them.
I did.
But it's a rivalry game, and it's at Florida. So maybe
I think they play neutral site.
Oh, is it?
They usually play in Jacksonville.
Okay, that's Florida.
Yeah, it's in Florida.
And then Clemson versus Georgia Tech.
I picked Clemson.
You did pick Clemson, but you think this is a potential upset?
But now I did heard though that Kelly Bryant is now 100%, who is Clemson's starting quarterback, and when he is healthy, Clemson is arguably the best team in college football.
Yep. I think Clemson's already gotten they've got their one loss this year. Their one upset loss. They're not gonna overlook any other teams. They're gonna beat them.
Well, I was like last year and they lost to Pitt.
All right, Bryce, which game's gonna be the best?
Best game this week? Oh, it's for sure gonna be Penn State, Ohio State.
Really?
I think so.
You sure?
I think there are gonna be some other good games.
That's the hyped game of the week, but is that the best game?
I think it is the best game of the week. To me, both teams are top 5 teams in the country.
Yep.
Now, Ohio State, since they lost to Oklahoma, hasn't played really anyone good, but JT Barrett's numbers this season are 21 touchdowns to 1 interception.
That one interception, man.
That one interception came against Oklahoma. And he's completing about 67% of his passes, which is really impressive. And when he goes, he is the heart and soul of that football team. He's the leader of that football team.
Yep.
When he goes, they go.
Okay, so it depends on how he plays.
Yep, he is a huge factor for that team.
I see Penn State just taking over offensively. Their defense is good enough to stop Ohio State a few times, and I don't see Ohio State having an answer for Barkley and McSorley.
They might not, and but
because I still think Michigan's defense is still one of the best in the country, and I don't think Ohio State has that. Ohio State, the biggest thing is they're playing at home.
They're playing at home, and they lost to Penn State last year.
Yeah,
that's big motivation, and not just they lost, but the way they lost last year.
That was definitely motivation against Penn State versus Michigan because they wanted to run them out of the building.
They wanted to
kill them, which makes me hate them even more. Speaking of Big Ten, I want to talk about those top 4 teams in the Big Ten East. I mean, mainly, so we talked about Penn State and Ohio State. Michigan State has quietly become a top team, much to my chagrin. And then Michigan is down. So I want to talk about Michigan first. They just lost to Penn State last week. They're most likely not going to be in the Big Ten championship.
No.
Again. Yeah. Would you consider this year a failure right now?
No.
For not making it?
No. I mean, people who think that Michigan was going to have an 11-win season this season, stop it.
Okay.
This Michigan team, I projected at the beginning of the year would go 9-3.
Okay.
And they're 5-2 right now. But their next 3 games, if they don't shoot themselves in the foot, they should win. Yep. They should beat Rutgers, they should beat Minnesota, and they should beat Maryland.
Yep.
There's no reason why they shouldn't.
Absolutely.
And
that's 8 wins.
And that's 8-2. But now your last 2 games, you got Wisconsin and Ohio State.
Yep.
Obviously,
if you can pull
very tough games. If you can pull one of those out, go 9-3. 9-3 would get you into a New Year's Day bowl. And
New Year's Day bowl.
New Year's Day, not New Year's 6. New Year's Day bowl. And I don't know. I think it's a success. It's a rebuilding year.
I think it is a rebuilding year. That is because we lost so much on defense. And we actually lost a little bit on offense too. We lost some good receivers.
We did.
I think that a loss to Ohio State in a lot of people's eyes would look like a failure. Losing to Michigan State, losing to Ohio State, not making the Big Ten championship, that would be tough to swallow.
It would.
Okay. Well, hopefully they beat them.
It definitely would be tough to swallow.
Who? I mean, you probably have Penn State, but who's your favorite to come out of the East right now? Between Michigan State, Ohio State, and Penn State.
Well, I think, a huge thing on the Big Ten East is going to come down to today between Penn State and Ohio State.
Yep.
And I have Ohio State. And right now, it's really close because, I would hate to see Ohio State beat us again. Mm-hmm. I mean, because they have just dominated us the whole 21st century, which is just super frustrating and disheartening. And
it's at our place. We're taking them down. And then
right now I can't decide between Ohio State and Penn State. I think they're very evenly matched.
Okay, so no Michigan State.
No Michigan State. Well, Michigan State's got Penn State and Ohio State these next 2 weeks. After this week.
Okay. So you think they lose to both of them?
I think they lose to both.
Okay. Sorry, Michigan State fans. Bryce has spoken. All right, that's enough about college football. Let's go to the NFL a little bit before we get to Stump Bryce. Mm-hmm. And I have written down we're just about halfway through the season, a little under. Where the Lions are at 3-3, and there's a few teams that's 6 games. There's a few teams that haven't had byes yet. So I have the division leaders right down. I want to know which ones aren't gonna stay division leaders. So the first one, New England Patriots, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Pittsburgh Steelers, yes or no?
Yes.
Tennessee Titans, yes or no?
Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna go with no.
No. Who takes them over?
I'm gonna go. There's actually two teams I'm thinking of right now. I think the Houston Texans are one of them, and the Jacksonville Jaguars, are one of them.
They're weird. They either kill a team or they lose to a team.
I know, they're one of them too. And you know, I've liked the way both rookies Deshaun Watson and Leonard Fournette have played to start the season.
Yep. I think the Houston Texans roll through that division. They're playing well. They're
I think I'm gonna go.
Because when it comes to those division games, they're gonna kill them all.
But with Texans losing Jadeveon Clowney now for the season, I'm gonna go with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right. Okay, Kansas City Chiefs.
That's tough too because I really feel like the Oakland Raiders are gonna get a good push, but
Chiefs are so much better than all the rest of those teams in that division.
The Chiefs have lost 2 in a row though.
Yeah, I know, but to a Raiders team who's okay. The Raiders are okay, and then the Steelers team was good. Eagles.
I'm going to go with the Eagles.
Vikings.
Well, not the Packers anymore because they lost Rodgers. Yeah, probably.
Wrong. Lions.
The Lions have struggled the past few weeks.
We beat the Vikings. We're gonna beat all the teams rest in our division. We're gonna go 6-0 in our division. Because we're gonna beat the Packers twice, gonna beat the Bears twice, and we're gonna beat the Vikings again at our home place. Lions win.
I don't disagree beating the
Saints.
Wow, Saints are winning their division now. Holy cow.
Hey.
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
I picked the Saints as dark horse.
Rams.
It's tough. I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go with Seattle.
I think Seattle also. Even the Rams are playing well. They have the
I
best plus win minus.
I think they're both really good though.
But all right, we'll have to see those. But now we gotta get to your favorite segment and mine, Stump Bryce. Bryce, I have a few questions for you. Starting off with football, and it is about the SEC, the league that I hate.
Yep.
So my question is, when was the last time a team not from Alabama won the SEC West?
Last time a team not from Alabama won the SEC West. I do know this. Oh yes, it was LSU back in, I believe it was LSU. It's year 2012, 13, yeah, it was LSU. LSU back in 2011. Dang it.
Oh, Bryce, you are right. LSU in 2011. That's really impressive. I was thinking I was going to get you on that one. Okay. That's fine. That's how you want to play it. All right. Next one is about baseball.
Okay.
Amazingly enough, because the Astros are up 2-1, I was looking at AL West champions. And when was the last time a team from the AL West won the World Series?
Last time a team from the AL West won the World Series. Well, I know the Angels won it in 2002. I'm trying to think if there was a team since. 2003. Oh, the Rangers nearly won it, but they didn't.
The Cardinals took that one.
And I'm gonna go. It was the Anaheim Angels in 2002.
That was right on the nose, Bryce. Your first thought. Oh, it was the Angels in 20. Yeah, goodness. You're right again. All right, I got one more chance. Okay, Michigan plays Rutgers today. Rutgers has been in the league this is their 4th year. How many Big Ten wins do they have in those 4 years?
Their fourth.
This is their 4th.
This is their 4th year, right? How many Big Ten wins do they have?
Yep.
Well, their first year, they beat us, and they beat us in Maryland their first year. And then they went on like a 19-game losing streak. I'm gonna say, I think, not positive, I think though they have, I think they have 4.
Wrong, Bryce. They have 6. Including this year. But that was a tough one. Thanks for spending time with us, and go Blue. See you next week. Or 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was tough.